guys, welcome back to my channel and happy new year to you all. I'm super excited to have you guys here. We did end up doing these New Year's / Christmas / everything nails. So we ended up doing this set on my little sister Christmas Day. We ended up just doing some nails on her because she did end up coming. She came up to visit and she wanted some nails on. So of course I had to give her a fresh set of nails and make her hands look all cute. So we are going to be doing some gel-X. This is her first time getting gel-X and I'm super excited for her just because I know she was skeptical about it. Her and my mom were very skeptical about it, but they actually ended up loving it, which honestly, you guys, if you guys are skeptical about gel-X, I definitely recommend getting gel-X and trying it out and seeing if this is something that you really love. Try it on yourself, see if you like it. But honestly, you guys, I ended up trying gel-X. I fell in love with the product. I feel like it's great. There's some things that you are a little bit limited on, especially when it comes to, like, if you want that perfect ombre and things like that. I do feel like I get a better look of ombre with colored acrylic than I do with doing gel-X. So that there is some downfalls of doing gel-X, but I mean there's different ways of achieving it, but it just looks different than using colored acrylic and things like that. But you guys, I'm not going to be talking too much about nails, so if you guys do want more of a tutorial type of thing, make sure to check out my other videos because the majority of my videos are just strictly tutorials. But yeah, so to get into kind of like what we ended up doing this crazy holiday weekend, all of my family ended up coming up, staying at my house until Christmas Eve, or no, till Christmas Day. But Christmas Eve is the day that I spend with my family, and then after I go into my in-laws on Christmas Day. So yeah, it was just super, super nice. I really enjoyed being able to be with my family. I'm thankful that, you know, everybody's health and everything is great and everybody's doing well. My son, he's getting older, and Christmas this year was so much fun just to see his reactions. At first he was very I don't know, he was like really weird about opening up presents until he kind of got the hang of it. He seen his cousins going crazy, so he started going crazy too. But it was just so much fun. We ended up, the day after Christmas, we ended up deep cleaning the house, and then I worked a couple days. And then we ended up actually having to, or not having to, but we ended up going to go visit my mom up in Needles. And then we ended up going to Havasu and having dinner. If you guys are in Arizona, if you guys haven't tried the Shoguns over in Lake Havasu, definitely recommend trying them out. If you are in California or you go to Arizona, I highly recommend trying out their Arizona Shoguns because it is just so much better than the ones in California. I don't know what it is, but I think it's like owned differently, but it is so good over there. The crab cakes are amazing. They don't even have the crab cakes over here like where I live. But yeah, so if you guys are ever in Lake Havasu, definitely recommend checking out the Shoguns. They do like a tapan, like kind of like Benihana's, and that is super fun. And then if it's your birthday or anything like that, they do this like drum thing. It's really neat there. I love going there anytime that I'm out there with my mom. And they even have these spare rib things that my mom loves, or they have these coconut shrimps that are amazing too. So the first night, once we got there to see my mom, we ended up actually going out to eat, and then we drove around. We went on a boat ride. We took my son on a boat ride, and then we ended up going to a casino over there. The casino, I didn't really have much there, but it was cool just to go on the boat ride. My son loved the boat ride. He loved the water. And even by the London Bridge in Lake Havasu, they have a ton of Christmas lights. So if you guys are ever in the area, if you guys are ever near Lake Havasu and by the London Bridge, honestly, check out their Christmas lights. It is so beautiful there around the time of year. But we ended up going there. We went, and then, I don't know, like, I don't even remember really what we did the rest of that night. But my mom took us a whole bunch of different places, and then we were so tired we went home and we knocked out. The next day we were supposed to go to this city that has like a whole bunch of donkeys. My mom calls it Donkey Town. I don't know if that's actually what it's called, but we ended up going there or we were supposed to go there, but we ended up skipping that and we missed the exit. So we were like, you know what, let's go to the Grand Canyon. We tried to go to the Grand Canyon, we missed the exit, and we stood driving for about an hour longer. So we were gonna go see the sunset in the Grand Canyon, but we completely missed the exit. By the time we turned around, like, we went too far up in the mountains, and there was just blankets of snow up there. It looks so beautiful. I'll try to insert some pictures if I can. But yeah, you guys, it was just so freaking cold up there, but so beautiful. There's icicles like coming from the roof and things like that. My son, he did not like it. He does not like the cold, but I loved it. I thought it was really pretty. And then we ended up coming back down from there. And we ended up stopping at a Golden Corral to eat, because we tried to go to the Grand Canyon after that once we realized like where we were and things like that, and it was just too late. The roads were too icy, so we were like, you know what, let's just go. Let's go start heading back home. So we ended up heading back home. We stopped at a Golden Corral, you guys, and this is going to be a horror story. It turned me off to the point where after that I did not want to eat there. Like, usually, like, honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, buffets, I like them. I'll eat at buffets. I don't care. I know some people, they're like, they're not about that life, but honestly with me, I am. I love the shrimp and things like that. But anyways, so we ended up going to the Golden Corral, and I go into the freaking restroom. And I was like on my phone, so I'm looking down, I'm not really paying attention. And then the worker that's in front of me, she's like, oh, no, like, stop. And then I look up, she's like, yeah, I walked in on this too. There was literally shit. Excuse my language, you guys, but there's shit all over the freaking restroom. And I just wanted to go in there and wash my hands, you know, like, before I ate. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that is so freaking disgusting. I'm like, and then, like, after that, like, all of the, like, I actually ended up going into the men's restroom to go wash my hands, because I was just like, no, like, I need to wash my hands, see. And then after, like, I was in there, and then my fiance was in there, and he's like, dude, this restroom's so nasty. And the same thing happened in one of the stalls in the men's restroom. And I was like, oh, heck no. Like, after that, honestly, you guys, I was so freaking turned off by it that I was like, I'm not, like, I don't even want to eat here. Like, and so then after we ended up, I was like walking out, and I was just like so mortified by that. Like, I've never seen that. Like, how does that even happen? Like, it was literally a trail from when you walk into the restroom all the way like into a stall. Like, were you not wearing any pants? Like, what? I don't understand. I do not understand how somebody could do that. Like, and on top of that, like, I don't know. That was just mind blowing. And so I was just like, I went to the table, and my mom's like, what's wrong? Like, and I was just like, I don't know. And then like, I don't know, because I'm like sitting there trying not to be picky, and I don't know, like, seem like a little brat. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, like, I don't really want to eat here. And she was like, what happened? And I told her what happened, and she was just like, oh no, let's go. Because even like I was like thinking, like, what if like this food made the person sick like that, especially if there's both restrooms that are like that, or like what if that person touched the food. So honestly, you guys, after going to that Golden Corral, I don't think that I will ever eat at a buffet ever again, because that just really grossed me out. And it started to make me just think about how many people touch a lot of different things. So yeah, it just turned me off. So then we ended up having to leave, and we went somewhere completely different. And I'm actually trying to be more plant-based. I know it's going to take me a while to get completely there, but something this year though that I do want to change is that I want to change my health, you guys. I know you guys probably noticed that I haven't been on camera as much as what I was at the beginning of the year, but it's because I feel like I had like such a big weight gain that I just feel so self-conscious being online, just because I feel like people like probably see the videos of me at the beginning, and if I feel like it's been so long that if I jump on now, you guys will be kind of scared. So honestly, you guys, like, I just feel like, I don't know, I'm kind of embarrassed to go on camera. I just don't feel like 100%, I don't know, like, good about myself. So I'm just like, you know what, I need to, if I'm letting this consume my life that much, or I'm not letting you guys see my face because of that, then I feel like I just need to change it, or I need to change the way I think about myself. And honestly, you guys, I feel like it's really hard for me mentally to change how I view myself, and in how I worry about how you guys view me, I guess. So with that being said, I am going to try to do different things to help myself lose weight. So I did end up actually starting doing plant-based like about a week ago, and I've been actually doing really good. Or even if I don't do complete plant-based, I do try to make sure that all of my meals have a good amount of vegetables in it today. Like this morning I had eggs, and it had like spinach, mushrooms, tomatoes, and things like that in it, and there was a lot of it in it. It was more vegetables than eggs, so I felt like that was great. But I don't know, and even like, I don't know, like, to me vegetables aren't bad. Like, I don't hate vegetables, so I don't know why I make it so difficult when it comes to losing weight. But so yeah, so before, the first time that I had ever lost a good amount of weight, I did end up actually doing like a low calorie thing. But honestly, low calorie for me, it just makes me feel miserable. I don't like it. I don't like counting my calories, because then, I don't know, I feel like it just ends up becoming very unhealthy for me. So with that being said, I think doing plant-based, it makes me feel better, because it's like I don't feel like I had to worry. Like, I don't know, I get full to a certain point, and then like I'm done, you know? Like, I feel like before, when I was calorie counting, I felt like I was starving myself. But I have lost 10 pounds, which that I'm actually really excited about, you guys. So I'm hoping that doing this will be really, really good for me. And one of my friends, she's vegan, so she was like telling me that, like, yeah, like, you are going to be losing like a good amount of weight, because I don't know if this is true, she's just said that or what, but I'm pretty sure she's right. But anyways, she was just saying that basically you're going to lose a lot of weight, because it makes your metabolism go faster, and it's a lot easier to digest vegetables and things like that, versus if you're trying to digest meat takes a lot longer to digest. And the whole reason why I ended up actually going more plant-based is because me and John, we ended up watching a documentary on Netflix, and it was just talking a lot about a lot of different things about like your protein and where you get it from. A lot of people are really opposed to doing plant-based. But honestly, I highly recommend checking out that documentary. If I can find it, I will link it down below, just because I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head. But honestly, I am going to be trying it, and I'm hoping that I see a big difference. I do notice a big difference in my stomach, because I don't know if this is TMI or what, but we're all grown adults here. But anyways, like, my stomach would just hang, like, ever since, like, I ended up having my son, like, my stomach is completely different. So I am, like, that's something that I'm very, very self-conscious about it. Like, I have that mommy pooch now. So I do feel like I do need to start being better to myself, and, you know. So anyways, yeah. So I do notice that it's actually gotten a lot smaller. So I'm actually excited about this journey. Hopefully I end up holding on to it longer, but I'm not going to deprive myself of meat. So if I do want a bite of a burger or something like that, like, I'm going to do it. If, I don't know, like, if there's not any other options that sound super great to me, like, I'm going to get the option that I like, of course. But so lately, like this weekend, some ideas, if you guys do end up planning to do it, I ended up getting like a Subway sandwich, and the Subway sandwich, it did end up having, like, instead of doing any type of meat in my sandwich, I just ended up actually doing like mayonnaise, mustard, and then I did like bell peppers, lettuce, tomato, and just all of that. And honestly, I don't really notice that big of a difference of not even having meat in there. surprisingly. I thought I would notice a big difference. I did end up putting cheese in there, but in all honesty, you guys, I feel like I don't even notice the cheese inside the sandwich. Like, I even forgot that I had the cheese in there. Because there was even a time too, like with John, where for Lent he did end up giving up cheese for Lent, and then he ended up doing it, and then so sometimes I would try his stuff to see like, oh, like, is it a big difference without cheese? And in all honesty, I don't feel like it's that big of a difference without cheese. So I don't know, I feel like I could have went without the cheese, but I did end up wanting to have like one of my guilty pleasures, so I did end up doing that. But honestly, I feel like I could have went without the cheese anyways. But besides that, like, that was one thing that I did. And then after, we ended up going to Chick-fil-A to, not Chick-fil-A, we ended up going to Chipotle. And I don't know, Chipotle, they have a lot of plant-based options. So if you guys like chorizo, they do have like a plant-based chorizo, and I thought that was actually really good. But I ended up just doing veggies, because I'm not like super big on tofu, but because that's basically what the chorizo is tofu chorizo, but it's actually really good. Sorry if you guys hear my son laughing in the background. His dad is playing with him. He just got him out of the bath. But I do really want to get this video up for you guys so you guys could have it for Monday, just because I know some of you guys really look forward to having the video. So yeah. But so yeah, health is one really big thing. Business is another, and getting into another home, that is something that I'm hopefully going, either getting into a home or renovating our house so it could be big enough for our whole family. But yeah, you guys, those are some of the things that I'm looking forward to. Oh, and traveling, you guys. Traveling is something that I really want to do. I really want to go to Zion National Park. That's something that I have been dying to do for years now. Ever since I was in high school, I've been wanting to go there. And my mom, as you could tell from the story that I told you, we went all the way up to the Grand Canyon and things like that. But she loves to drive, so honestly, driving, that does not bother her. So honestly, she might end up having to be my driver, because I hate driving. I'm the complete opposite. But yeah, so, and then I am trying to also do a little bit more vacations and a little bit more me time, not overwhelming myself, just because I do feel like this year I overwhelmed myself so much. I've been bad with my health, and I've been stressing so much to the point where I'm just getting migraines all the time. So I do feel like I need to take a step back and realize that, and enjoy my son being small. That is something that I feel like I wish I would have noticed the first year that he was born, is because right once my fiance's 12 weeks had ended up being done, I ended up going straight back into work too. The same day he went back to work, I went back to work. And I feel like I just want to make sure to set aside some time, have some vacations, do things with my kid, and things like that. I feel like, too, like, I feel like the need to explain myself a lot to people when it comes to certain things, and I feel like that's something that I feel like I need to break myself from, just because I do feel like sometimes when I explain myself, I feel like some clients, I don't feel like they think that my me time is as important. Like, they feel like I should just be working. You know what I mean? And I get that, like, but at the same time, I am human. I need a break. So, you know, there's some days where people, they work a 9 to 5 and they don't feel like going into work, and they just call off. When I call off, it's like I have to call every single one of my clients and all of that. So I really try to never, ever cancel. It is rare if I cancel on my clients. And so yeah, I work myself, and when I'm working, I work really hard about making sure that everything is to perfection. Each client, it's not, I feel like with nails and stuff, nails and hair, I feel like some people, they think like, oh, like, well, you make so much money with your job and blah blah blah. But in all honesty, you guys, I feel like you work so hard. Like, no one else gets back to my messages. No one else does my YouTube. No one else does my bookings. No one else does, like, my stalking. No one else does like my photo stuff. Like, no one does my uploads, my edits, and everything. So it's just like there's so much time that goes into the work that I do. And so honestly, if you guys are a nail client to any nail tech, I feel like just be very mindful of them and their mental health, just because there's so much that goes on behind it. And that is why I feel like I need to take my mental health a lot more serious than what I have been, just because I feel like I've been driving myself crazy with these holiday hours that I've been doing. Some nights I wouldn't finish till 10 and things like that. And don't get me wrong, I end up putting it on myself. But when I end up doing that, honestly, you guys, it just makes it, like, I don't know, like I just feel tired out. I feel burnt out. And by the time I am done with work and cleaning and doing all of that and cooking dinner and all of that, it is 11 o'clock at night and I fall asleep, get up, and start over the whole next day. So it just, honestly, you guys, I feel like it makes it, I don't know, like where it's just like my life is no fun. Like it's almost like I feel like I'm like doing everything so repetitive, and I just don't want it to be that way. I don't want to be that stressed. Don't get me wrong, I love, 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 love what I do, but the stress of the hours, that's something that really gets to me. So I need to actually put a time frame on how many hours I am working. I have been doing nails for about like 7 years now, and I just need to be mindful to my mind and body and realize that what I'm doing. And then it's not only me that it affects my family as well. So I am just trying to make sure that I am just being level-headed when it comes to that. But you guys, I hope you guys figure some things out for your new year, and I hope you guys are able to accomplish some of the goals that you guys set out for yourself. And yeah, you guys, hopefully I didn't go on too much blabbing and things like that, but in just a second you guys will be able to see me apply some crystals, and that is pretty much it for this set. The set came out so beautiful. I was so happy I was able to do it for my little sister. But something that did end up happening after I did this set, probably 5 hours after doing this set, we went, had dinner with my family, we came back home, and everything was good, and my sister was play fighting with my fiance, and she ended up ripping one of her nails off. So that is the ice cream on top for you guys. So after we did this set, instantly after, she ended up ripping her finger off, and she asked me to cut them all down because that's how bad in pain she was. But in all honesty, I feel like we should have left all the other nails, and we should have just left that ring finger, because the one that I'm holding right now, that is actually the one that she ripped off. And I feel like we should have just left the other ones long. But yeah, you guys, we are going to be praying for her fingernail and hoping that she has a fast, easy recovery, because my sister beats up her nails so bad. So if you guys are looking to get super long nails, highly recommend making sure that you are super safe and not to rough with your nails, no play fighting. So yeah, you guys, I hope you guys had nothing but a blessed and happy new year, and I hope this year continues to bless you with nothing but greatness, you guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'll be back with more videos. Bye!